the Rockies are still one of the few teams that does not have one of these huge TV contracts. Every other team in the NL West does. How are the Rockies supposed to compete?
I love my root sports. I love everybody that wears. I love my root sports. I'm not going to trade getting $20 million a year for a big network because I love Drew Goodman.
Yeah, you're right. The Rockies, stop it. The Rockies are getting about $20 million a year from their television outlet. It's going to be hard for them to compete if they're not in the $50 to $60 million a year range, like just about every other team in their division and many other teams throughout the National and the American League. Here's the question, though. If he does sign one of those deals, is he going to raise payroll or is it going to go into his pocket?
Well, he's not going to sign one of those deals. Let me give you the reality of the situation.
He's got to sign one of those deals.
He's not going to sign one of those deals. He told an executive at Root Sports, one of your favorite places, he told an executive, I don't want to be in the TV business. He doesn't want to.
He doesn't have a choice anymore.
I'm telling you the truth. You say you don't lie.
Somebody there has to talk sense to him. Then.
I'm telling you what he said. Number two, he loves Root Sports because they loan the Rockies money and they got a piece of the action and they're still paying back Root Sports. So Root Sports gets that hometown discount. Number three, here's your $1 billion contract thing. Do you know how many people watch them on TV?
I know. The numbers are very down this year.
It's 17,000 a game. Who's going to give them $1 billion? They are so crappy and so few people. The only people watching them are those people that are on the Toyota talk. We love you, Todd. He's been retired for 2 years. Oh, God, Arenado was the best thing that ever lived. And, oh, you guys are great. It's an amateuristic operation. It is an amateuristic operation, every aspect of it. And television is one of them. Dick Monfort is a small-town Greeley guy that his family had a meatpacking company. They're still running it like it's that Monfort Meatpacking Company in Greeley, Colorado. Guess what? What do they have in common? That company smelled like cow manure. The Rockies smell like cow manure. Congratulations.
Woody, don't you think, after what Dick Monfort sees other teams signing for, that the light bulb will finally go off in his head, at least when it comes to a television contract, and he says to whoever his outlet will be, whether it's Root or Altitude, wherever they end up, I need to have that same amount of money to compete with the other teams. If he does care about winning as much as he says as he cares about winning, don't you think he's going to play a little bit of hardball with the TV outlet?
No.
He has to, Woody. He has to.
Well, you're telling me something.
I mean, I know
all
I'm
the people
talking
I know
sense.
are harder on him than I am.
I'm talking sense, and they don't necessarily deal
that's
from
what
a
I'm saying.
sensical or common sense
I'm dealing with reality here. I'm telling you, he said, I don't want to be in the TV business, so they're not going to have their own TV network. Well, who's going to bid against them? Stan Kroenke and Altitude Sports? No.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were sniffing around.
Well, who else is it?
They do like the idea of having 162 games a year to broadcast at night.
Okay,
it fills a big program.
Okay, tell me who else.
Who else?
Who else? Channel 2 did it in the beginning, right?
Yeah. You know, we don't have a Comcast here like so many other markets do. That's buying up rights to ball clubs. So it's probably those two. It's probably Root or Kroenke, Altitude.
And you think,
which will help because then you have a little bit of leverage.
And you think they're going to pay $1 billion over a lifetime contract to get 17,000
that much
to get? So you know the numbers are going to go down next year. Let's say they're 17,000 this year. I'm not making up the number. It's nationally known that they're the worst team in terms of viewership. That it goes down to 13,000. So somebody's going to pay them $1 billion when it's not worthwhile. I mean, financially worthwhile. It's not a property. And he doesn't care enough. Based on past statements, he doesn't care enough. He doesn't care enough. He cares about loving his players.
As little faith as I have in him making the right decision, I can't believe
that's why
he wouldn't go out and try to get a deal like the Padres and the Giants.
Believe it,
they're not going to get a deal like the Dodgers.
Of course you believe
it. The
it.
Padres, the Giants, the Diamondbacks, the Cardinals, the rest.
How many owners have you seen cry lately after a trade?
Not many.
Oh gosh, David Price is gone.
All right.
Oh, I'm crying.
The
I'm
Celtic
crying.
is
Oh,
your
God. Cole
official
Hamels has been traded. My heart's
sponsor of the
broken.
Colorado Rapids. The Celtic provides a bus to every Rapids home game. You can tailgate 2 hours before kickoff with everybody else on the bus who loves soccer. It's located just 2 blocks west of
you
Coors
see
Field
John
on Blake.
Elway?
Go over to the Celtic Tavern and watch soccer.
We had to cut Carl Schmitz today. Oh, my heart's